Namaste, Namaskara to all who are attending this Vedic Mathematics online conference. This is Vasanth Shastri. I'm working as a mathematics lecturer in Sri Sai Angels PU College, Chikmagaluru, Karnataka, India. Here, conference, I would like to share some of the ideas. First of all, I would like to thank James Glover, Swati Dave, and IAVM for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my ideas about Vedic maths, its merit in management of competitive examinations. So, in this particular workshop, I would like to discuss some of the interesting problems which appeared in the competitive examinations. In the beginning, I would like to introduce the concept discussed by one of the in a multiple intelligence discussed by one of the great scientists. So he says 10 plus 2, after 10 plus 2, there are several opportunities available for a student, but based on the multiple intelligence. This is Gardner, the scientist Gardner says, based on the multiple intelligence, student chooses some career, then he can achieve much better in his life. So after 10 plus 2, the normal question is what kind of career I'm going to choose, right? So the student may go to engineering, or he may go to police sector, or he may choose military area, or the student can choose business sector, or a teaching, a banking, a forest. So in any of these courses, if the student is appearing for the competitive examination, he has to crack mathematics paper. So what are the skills needed to get into these courses? Skills are, according to Gardner, bodily kinesthetic skills, linguistic skill, musical skill, interpersonal skill, intrapersonal skill, visual spatial skill, naturalist, and last but not the least, logical mathematical skill. So we focus on this particular skill. In fact, Vedic mathematics is one of the beautiful technique which helps to develop this logical mathematical skill. So what is logical mathematical skill? In fact, arithmetic ability, logic, and managing abstractness are involved in this logical mathematical skills. So this basically involves pattern recognition. What is pattern recognition? You see this picture. In this particular picture, AB is, you can simply say this is AB. And the second picture, you can recognize the pattern over there and you can say it's ABB. So this is pattern recognition. It's very easy. Human mind can easily recognize certain pattern available in the nature. Now, so this helps through visual spatial cognition and language. So this pattern recognition is a very crucial area of research work these days, and Vedic mathematics helps to develop this pattern recognition. You can see one example we can take from Vedic maths text. Urdhva tiryakbhyam, vertically crosswise. Everyone know this sutra. So here is an example. One can easily solve this quadratic equation 1 over 3x minus 2 plus 1 over 2x minus 1 equal to 0 by observing one particular pattern over here, right? So this particular pattern, numerator is 1 and denominator you have linear equation. This pattern is there. Then the rule says you simply add the denominators. 3x plus 2x, 5x, minus 2 minus 1 gives you minus 3. So this is equal to 0 and x value is 3 by 5. So definitely this is, this saves time. In the competitive examination, this is what required. Now we can take some of the examples from the competitive examination, that is engineering entrance examination from different states of India. So Jammu and Kashmir CET 2007, this problem appeared in the exam. The midpoints of a triangle are given over here. 6 comma 1 at the one end, 3 comma 5 is the second midpoint, minus 1 comma minus 2 third midpoint. Now the question is, find the vertex opposite to D, which is vertex A. Alright, so the Vedic maths method says use vertically crosswise. Right, so crosswise you add these points: 3 minus 1, 5 plus of minus 2. So crosswise you are adding, and vertically you subtract. That means subtract 6 and subtract 1. You get the vertex A. Easy. So crosswise you are adding E plus F, and vertically you are subtracting, that is D. Using vertically crosswise sutra, directly you can click the answer minus 4 comma 2. This saves tremendous amount of time in the competitive examination. Second example. So this particular problem is there in 11th standard NCERT exemplar book in Indian curriculum. So the midpoints of the sides of a triangle are given, but this is a 3D problem, 3D geometry problem. So three coordinates are given. Find its vertices, right? So again using the same sutra, vertically crosswise. Crosswise you add, vertically you subtract, right? So you can get the point A. 0 plus 2 minus 1, 4 plus 3 minus 5, minus 2 minus 2 plus 4 minus of minus 1. So the answer is 1 comma 2 comma 3. All right, so this is a second example using the third example. Area of a quadrilateral whose vertices are given in this case. Find the area of the quadrilateral. Vertices are given 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 2, 3. So using vertically and crosswise, you can find the area in this way. Just you write these coordinates one below the other as shown in the slide, and write half next to it, and crosswise you just multiply and subtract. 4 into 2 8, 3 into 3 9. Crosswise you are multiplying and subtracting, and add this to the next number. Crosswise you are multiplying 5 into 3, 4 into 4. Right? Similarly, continue the process. Add this number to 24 minus 25. Continue. You are repeating the coordinate 2 comma 3, and now find out 5 into 3, which is 15, 6 into 2 12. So the final answer is just 0. Right? So the area in this particular case is 0. Or else you can use one more sutra, which is just mere observation, Vilokanam, because since these coordinates lie on the same line, 2 comma 3, 3 comma 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, just by observation you can say the area is 0 because all the 4 points are collinear. That's the second method. The next example is from integral calculus. This problem appeared in 2010 engineering entrance exam. 1 divided by square root of 1 minus x into x minus 2. It's a quadratic equation. This is a the conventional method says first multiply these terms, get the quadratic equation, then complete the square and use some particular algorithmic formulae, and then get the final answer. But Vedic maths, using the sutras associated to Vedic maths, we can easily find out the answer. You see, first you multiply these terms, you get the quadratic equation. Now observe, mere observation, the sutra. Observe the coefficient of x square, which is negative. All right. And now calculate discriminant. These two things can be done mentally. How do you find discriminant? B square minus 4ac, isn't it? So observe the coefficient of x square. A is negative. If A is negative, this is the final answer. 1 by root of mod A sine inverse of f dash by root d, where f prime is minus 2x plus 3, differentiate these two terms, and d is the discriminant. So the final answer is 1 divided by root of mod of minus 1, alright, and sine inverse of f prime, differentiation of quadratic equation, minus 2x plus 3 divided by root of 1, the discriminant value is 1. So this is how you can arrive at the final answer and you can save time. So minus 2x plus 3 is f prime. Final answer is option A. Next example, integral calculus example. This time we are using partial fraction method, which is really laborious method in a conventional mathematics. But in Vedic maths, you just put e power x equal to t and rewrite the equation. Now, for the partial fraction, to find the constants a and b, you just observe these terms. Equate 2 plus t to 0. Alright, if you equate 2 plus t to 0, you get t as minus 2. Substitute minus 2 here and forget this particular term 2 plus t. That means you must substitute minus 2 over here in the next term, correct? So minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1, and the constant is 1 divided by minus 1. So therefore the constant A is minus 1. Easy. This is explained in the Vedic Maths book by Bharati Krishna Tirtha. And constant B can be also found out using the same method. Just equate t plus 1 to 0. You'll come to know t value is minus 1. Right? And now substitute the same number minus 1 in the second term. So 2 minus 1. Now focus on this particular term 1 divided by 2 minus 1, which is second constant b, 1. So once you know these two constant, the rest is very easy. Using integral calculus formula, you just write log of 2 plus t plus log of t plus 1, where t is e power x. That's the final answer. Quickly you can tick the right answer in this time bounded competitive examination. So option is A. NDA, National Defense Academy examination, military examination. Here there is a question. The point of intersection of two lines is at a distance d from the origin. The value of d is. So to find the value of d, first you must find out the point of intersection. So to find the point of intersection, use vertically crosswise sutra. Solve the simultaneous equations. You can easily find the numerator by this method. 3 into minus 2, multiply these two terms, you get minus x. Minus 4 into 3 is minus 12, right? So minus x minus of minus 12 divided by the denominator can be obtained by multiplying the rest of the terms. 3 into 2, 3 into 4. 4 into 3 is 12, 3 into 2 is 6. This is also explained in Bharati Krishna's text. So once you know the value of x, substitute x in one of the equation and get the value of y. Alright. So 2 plus 3 into 1, which is equal to minus 4. So y value is minus 2. So once you know the point of intersection, then use the distance formula to find out the distance. So answer is root 5. So the students who use these methods save time in the competitive examination and score, they get a good score. This question is there in NCERT 11th book. So two ships leave a port at the same time. So we can take origin as the port. One goes 24 km per hour in the direction north 45-degree east. So north, south, east, west are given over here. You see 45-degree towards east from the north, and the other one travels 32 km per hour. So this is 72 kilometer. How did I calculate this? See, 24 kilometer per hour. So it has traveled 3 hours. So 24 into 3, 72 kilometers is the distance traveled by the first ship. Now what about the second ship? It has traveled 7 in the direction 75-degree, right? It has traveled 96 kilometer. How can you calculate? How did you get this? 32 kilometer in 1 hour. So 32 into 3 is 96 kilometers. Now, the question is, what is the distance between these two ships? Right? Here, we are using the pattern vertically crosswise, right? In a very different way. Now, this angle is 60-degree. The angle between two red lines is 60-degree. This you know because the total angle is 180-degree, 45 plus 75, right? You add these two, subtract the number from 180, you get 60. So this everyone knows. Now, once you get three numbers, 72 kilometer, 96 kilometer, and the angle 60-degree, now you can use vertically crosswise to find C, the distance between two ships. Vertically, right? You simply find out the value of C using the formula C square equal to, in trigonometry usually there is a formula which says C square equal to A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta. But to memorize this, it's memorizing this and getting the answer is quite difficult. So instead of that, one can just write C over here, C square is equal to 72 square plus 96 square minus cos 60, right? See here, C square, vertical and B are on the same side of a river. From a point C in the river, the distance of the trees A and B is 250 meter and 300 meter. So this can be drawn in this way. River is there, point A, point B. C is a point inside the river, 250 meter from point A and 300 meter from point B. Now angle between these two is just 45 degree, that is given. Find the distance between A and B. Again you vertically write C square. Just vertically write C square and crosswise 300 square plus 250 square and minus. Alright, just write 2 and cos 45. These two are extra, right? And multiply these two numbers, same two numbers. So just talk about the pattern in a classroom, the vertically crosswise. The students, they really enjoy this method of applying pattern in a competitive examination. So ultimately the C value is 216. And the last example, the number of different paths in the xy plane from 3, 7 to 8, 10 is, right? So one has to travel from point 3 comma 7 to point 8 comma 10. In how many ways are there? That is the question. So if you start uh, calculating, if you start recognizing the pattern in this geometrical diagram, it takes quite a lot of time. Now using the pattern vertically crosswise, you see, just note down these 2 points 8, 10 and 3, 7. You vertically subtract and crosswise add. I repeat, vertically subtract and crosswise add and write the denominator like this. The denominator is Just 5 factorial, 3 factorial. That is the final answer. So 5 plus 3, 8 factorial divided by 5 factorial, 3 factorial, final answer. That's it. So this is how you can, in the computer examination, there are several other uh, examples from different competitive examinations. Squaring, finding the square root, are very common in the Indian competitive examinations. Those are the some of the examples that I have taken for this conference. Thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity again to Swati Dave and James Glover and IAVM and all the researchers and all the Vedic mathematics community. Thank you. Thank you very